Welcome back, my left-hand yarners. Make sure you like and subscribe now before you forget. Alright, let's go on to the important stuff. Today we are still in the tiger. We're doing round 17, which requires 3 stitches and then a decrease stitch, which we repeat 7 times for a total of 28 stitches. So the whole point of the video today is to teach you how to find the next stitch after the decrease stitch, and you see what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's not the easiest to find. It's a little confusing sometimes because sometimes it's the yarn is pulled tighter or it's looser. But I'll show you what I'm talking about. So on we go. Let me zoom in to where I marked that tape. Okay. Now, it's been a few days, so we're just going to pretend that we forgot where we were as far as rows go. And if we're working on row 17, obviously we need to make sure there's 16 rows. So we're going to count, starting from here, the magic circle in the middle. That is going to be row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. The last row always looks thicker up here. So yes, that counts as only one row though. So 16. So now we're on 17. And we start here. Now we're going to be good yarners, crocheters, and we're going to make sure we start the new row off the way we're supposed to by marking the first stitch of the row. Alright, lefters, make sure your yarn is on your right. Now that was the first stitch, so our second stitch goes through here. And remember, your yarn is always going to come from the back over. And this is going to be the third stitch. And now we're going to decrease. Decrease stitches mean that you're going to take the next 2 stitches here and you're going to cut them in half. So those 2 V's that are there, you're going to cut them in half. And you still see me pushing this all the way through so that I can make sure everything is pretty much the same diameter as I do this, so that it can be as neat and even as possible. So when you pull this through, you pull through the 2 halves. And then voila. That was your first part of the pattern. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then the decrease is 1 stitch, so that's 4 stitches. Now, maybe you're wondering, well, where does it go next? Where's the hook go next? Because there's a few places here where it could possibly go, and it does matter. So now, when you do an increase stitch, you always have this like leg that I always talk about. And if you follow the leg down here, that is where it does not go. And then you go over another knot, so you go from here to here. And it does not go there. That's the no-no spot. Okay, so the next would be right here. So we can test this theory, right? So we can go back. Can go back. So this is 1 stitch, right? So your second stitch would be here. Your third stitch would be here. And then your decrease would be here. So this is the area I'm talking about that should be next. We'll put the pin, and we'll do these stitches again. So that was stitch 1, and then here's stitch 2, stitch 3, decrease, and then you see that is where it goes. Again, that leg goes down here, you skip that little spot, and then that's where it goes. So we'll do this one more time. So this here is stitch 1. Alright, stitch 2, 3, decrease. So that next stitch would go here after the decrease. Three, decrease, and then you see the next one goes here. So we can do the other trick I was talking about at the same time. And you can follow that leg down to here, and then the next hole would be right here, that little hole, and then that's your V. So as of right now, we should have 1, 2, 3, and then a decrease stitch, and then 1, 2, 3, and then another decrease stitch for a total of 8. So that is my little tip on how I figure out where the next stitch should go right after the decrease stitch. So in practice, you can just take a whole bunch of these and just space them out, or you can do what I do with the needle. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this round, and then I'll post the next video where maybe I find another tip for you.